Can somebody tell us why we are still in the Straits of Hormuz? What are we still doing there? You know why we're there? Because we are the muscle, the proxy for another country. We are the muscle, the proxy for another country. We all know who that country is. That visited Trump about a week and a half before the hostilities of February 28th. No small wonder we're still there. We're doing a few tactical here and there kind of deals, and that's about it. Destroying a few buildings, killing so many people, killing schoolgirls, and that's outside of that. Now, if all that wasn't enough, we are blocking the Strait of Hormuz. Where is the tactical expediency and or strategy in that? That's not even backed up by any doctrine at the War College that the generals study. That animal doesn't exist. But we're doing it. So what are we going to do when China or Russia pass on through? We're going to stop their ship and say, let me see your identification. And if they're Chinese or Russian, tell them they got to turn around and go back? I don't think so. This thing is in an escalation phase that is developing so rapidly, so onerously, a bad portend, a bad harbinger, if you will. It's mind-boggling. It's like watching a movie, a Hollywood action movie. I was talking to a very good friend today. I won't tell you what he does for his business, but he imports a lot of apparel. Very good friend, good buddy. He imports a lot of apparel from China. He says, you know something? A week ago, this place was almost wall-to-wall with shipments that came in, were repackaged, and are going out to the people who normally buy off the internet, off his website. He says, you see that small box over there? That's what I got going out now. He says, in China, things are helter-skelter. You know what this is all about? It's almost, I said, it's almost like they're doing this on purpose. It's like a charade. It's like what's the Japanese, that intricate dance? Kabuki. Like a kabuki dance. Choreographed. And you know what the end result's going to be? And it's already starting to happen right now. They say we got about 6 months before the proverbial Sierra Hotel India tango hits the fan. We got about 6 months, or less, the way things are going. Exponentially. So we don't have much time. In the military, there's an old saying, before the balloon really goes up. But what's the end goal, other than being, it seems like there's no end goal? That's the whole point. It's to reduce or depop people. You understand? We hope you do. We hope you do. Not trying to scare anybody. But we're telling you the truth. So, on top of that, we have Mr. Trump that came out within the last 24 hours with a social media post that shows him as Jesus Christ. What are you doing, Don? What are you doing that for? I mean, I understand all the hubris of office and all the narcissism and psychopathy, is that the word? It describes psychopaths and all that. I get that. Leaders have come and gone with the same traits. But not like this. Not like this. And it's like you're acting as in the role, the mode, the modality of a false prophet. And then on top of that, you can go over to stayremnant.net, or remnantchristians.com. I just got that domain. I'm going to point it to the main hub here momentarily. But there's a guy on there of the 6-pointed star persuasion that is claiming, well, let me read it. Let's go ahead and read it. Yeah, first of all, Who's Trump doing that for? First of all, if somebody was a real Christian, they wouldn't do that. So second of all, it shows that where his faith, his hope, his trust, his confidence is in who he is essentially working for. And we know that to be the 6-point star, because he was cajoled, he was coerced, he was pushed into providing the muscle and the military capability for all this stuff that we drew the first blood. Just like the 6-point star has been doing for decades now, pushing people out, genociding their neighbors, things of that nature. So we know who he works for. And just to kind of tie the loop on this, his name is Chaim Ruckman. It almost sounds like he has a German name. He's a rabbi. And you know what he says? Let's take a peek at what he says. He spouts out and he says, now get this. Get your mind around this. He says, this is mind-blowing. You shouldn't be, this is a quote, you shouldn't be worshiping one Jew, in parentheses, Jesus Christ. You should be worshiping all of us. Oh, really, Rabbi? Is that a fact? Really? Well, it looks like you already have that capability or that complement with the 7-year dispensational pre-trib rapture cultists, because that's exactly what they do. They place their faith, their hope, their trust, their confidence in the third temple and or the coming of the what they call the physical future Antichrist. But see, the problem is we're already in the mix. That's the rub. That's the crux. That's the crucible. And again, his name is, he's from the 6-point star country, Rabbi Chaim Ruckman. Again, it sounds German. I don't know. Could be. Doesn't mean anything, even if he is German. But so you have this dichotomy going on with one United States president, and then on the other side of the equation, you have the president of the 6-point star people, who will throw down at a moment's notice, genocide his neighbors, and provide the means necessary, a means to an end actually, with the atomic capability. When are people going to wake up? When? You know, we hardly get any eyeballs on the site, and that's okay. It goes with the territory, it goes with the neighborhood, because we cannot buy and sell because we do not have those entities of the modality or dichotomy between the office or the facsimile of the false prophet and the office or the facsimile of the against the finished work of Jesus Christ on the cross entity, aka 6-pointed star people. Now, not all of them are like that, but the ones at the top are. And they have been salivating and slobbering over this very same thrust for 30 years. That's a direct quote from old baby. 30 years. So if you put one and one together, here's the bottom line. If you put one and one together, the fourth horseman is galloping at full pace and is ready to take its harvest with the death and hell aspect of it. And then you also have the aspect of the against, in place of, or diminishing the finished work of Jesus Christ on the cross with the anti, again, in place of diminishing the finished work of Jesus Christ on the cross entity, aka 6-point star people. And the bottom line is you have Donald Trump acting like look, I'll be 70 in September. I've never seen this before. This is like watching a movie, a horror movie, unfold before your eyes. But it's all been written. So all we're doing is following. We said this before. Prophecy is like driving down the road looking in the rear view mirror in order to see what lies up ahead. But just the fact that you see this unmistakable likeness of the two offices of the false prophet and the against or diminishing the finished work of Jesus Christ on the cross, which, you know, and then you're saying, does Trump want us to worship him as Jesus Christ? Or what he can do? To put our faith, our hope, our trust, our confidence in him? Because that ain't going to happen. And or do you see people like this Chaim Reichman saying, you shouldn't be worshiping one Jew, Jesus Christ. You should be worshiping all of us. You people that are involved in the 7-year dispensational pre-trib rapture cultism, I know I give it a pejorative term, but it really is, because it's largely part of the great falling away. You need to get out of that construct, that spiritual construct. It's not going to do you any good. It's not. And we're coming up on the days, not weeks, not months, the days where it keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Believe me with that thought. It's a very sobering thought. It really is. Please make the right decision. Please. Cry out to God. Ask God, God, I'm in a position, I want to be supernaturally chosen, blessed, and favored as remnant Israel, as born again Israel, as a spiritual Jew, for what you did, Lord Jesus, on the cross in conformance with the covenant of Daniel 9:24-27, because we believe wholeheartedly that it was you who confirmed that covenant of the first half of Daniel's last 70th week. And this is all in accordance with the blessings of Genesis 12:3. Please, Lord, bless us in that category, the category that goes through it all, just like it says in Zechariah 13:8-9, going through the fire and being tried and refined as gold and silver, because the other two parts are going to get cut off. And that's why if you don't come out of her, which is Revelation, and you rapture cultists, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you can't proselytize with your misapplication of the 144,000 and then they go wrong, and then that's why you have Revelation 18:4. Does anybody think about these things, or the ramifications and the fallout in the application? Probably not. They're just going by your dopamine. What do you think? How do you feel? What's your opinion? If it feels good, strength in numbers, you're going to go with it. Listen, I love you guys. Stay with it. People are going to be looking for you on how to explain these things. Please be there to explain it to them. Watch these videos over and over again. Whatever you got to do, get into the Word, number one, and you won't be sorry. I love you guys. We'll talk soon.